Scusi. Scusi. Okay, let's see the mic. Test. All right. Red, what's up? Red, how does how does my voice sound? Is it, do I need to turn the gain up? Am I audible? All of that. Oh, that sounds all right. Sounds good? Okay, good. Thank you. So, I've got a lot to do, guys, and it's so much to do that I actually considered not streaming tonight. But I only stream one night a week anymore, and it's just to hang out with you guys. So, let's hang out doing the shit I was going to do anyway, which is taking all of these and that and the. We're going to condense all this shit. And hopefully just a box and a tote, but might as well go through it with you guys. I'll skip a lot of it. I mean, some of it's not old. Some of it's like this is little white noise heavy. I had to turn the gain up, so you might be hearing. I still have the speakers on because I can't hear alerts without the headset on. So, for example, this was Comic-Con 2013 shit. This isn't childhood stuff, but this isn't all of it. So, for example, this is kinda. Well, no, this came out 2002? I don't remember. Anyway, this is so back when Lord of the Rings came out on DVD. This is before Blu-ray days ish or close to it. But anyway, There were three versions. There was the theatrical that just came on a disc, and then there was the big. I'll show you. Hold on. So the second layer, I guess you can call it, or the second version, snaps. Good graphics. I don't know what's going on with cameras, but they're both kind of crap right now. This would have been the extended edition. So this was the next layer up, probably a $40 version or something. Came with 4 or 5 discs every time, or 4 for the first two, 5 for the last one, if I remember right. And then this was the big $80, $90, $100 version that came with this, but also each of the versions came with some sort of a figure or something like that. And so this is this statue of Minas Tirith. And it would open up, and it showed the tree, the white tree. So right now this cool statue looking thing is sitting up on our movie case, and it all came in here. So $8,900 version? No. 80, 90, 100. I don't remember how much this set was. So story elements? Oh, the story's real, Red. It's real. So that's what this is. So these now got to go back out. So hold on. But I'm not throwing this shit away. So I hope in all of these boxes I find all 3 of these, because if not, then that means that there's shit in storage I have to find later. So the first, the Fellowship of the Ring, the statues were 2 bookends. You know those big, tall, huge rock sculptures that were in the first movie that they sail in between, the guys with their arms up? It was 2 of those, and they were bookends. And both of them have broken. Their hands have broken off, but I still use them as bookends for all my Tolkien shit that's on the bookcase. And then the 2 towers was Gollum. There was a Gollum figure in it, and I still don't know how to get it out. I think you had to disassemble the entire box to get that thing out. I think it was meant to just stay in here as a displayed thing, but I couldn't get it out. So this is going to sit aside. So I have a box right here, but I want the box to be PC stuff, because I have a lot of that to go through. You have your Dew and your Red Bull. One of those is awesome. Just get this. I mean, it's a breakfast drink, but you know, it's you can say it's energy. It's got plenty of caffeine. What is this? Oh. Okay. The new Dew Game Fuel. Yes, I have. It's not resealable. It pops a hole open in the back if you try to close it again. But it is a lot better when it comes to not spilling. So, but yes, I have all 4 of them. Got them. So this is... So this was when Star Wars was finally released on DVD. This is the cover for it. I should probably just go put this back over there because that's where they're at. So I'm a pack rat, or at least I was. I'm trying to get rid of a lot of shit because I just am tired of the garage looking the way it does. But if there was something like a poster that came in a game magazine, or when this must have been 2003, 2004, I don't know, I'm not seeing a date. 2002 even, I don't know. This is the Resident Evil strategy guide when it was remade on the GameCube. So yeah, I'll still pack rat this. I mean, look, this little flimsy thing, I can hold on to that. Shotgun it? I've never actually tried to shotgun a Kickstart. I bet I could, because there was a guy that I used to work with at GameStop. I never drank Red Bull, except for when he would buy 2 cans and say, let's fucking shotgun them, and bring them into work. And that, we would do the whole fucking thing. Then there was one time where he bought the ones that were so big, they have that fucking twist-off cap, and I thought, there's no fucking way I'm getting through this with you. And I started to drink it. I got halfway done, had to stop. He decided to keep going. Started to puke. Ran to the employee bathroom. He was projectile vomiting, like, before he got to the bathroom. So there was puke on 3 sides of the door. On the closed side, on the fucking side of the door that has a little jam thing in it, and then on the other side. So there was puke on 3 sides of the door, and then on the floor all the way leading up to the toilet. And this was at work. He did this at work. What the fuck? EGM. So that must have been where that was from. EGM. Oh, what is this? Mace Griffin, Bounty Hunter. And then a Madden 2003 fucking strategy guide. Okay. Game Pro presents DVD Pro. I have my GameCube plugged into your TV right now with I have that too. But I also have Crazy Taxi for the Dreamcast. So okay. DVD Pro Volume 1. What are you? So yeah, thank you for clarifying, Snaps, because I thought, okay, suck nostalgia and such nostalgia mean exactly the opposite things. So I don't know which one that was. I guess I guess your fingers autocorrect. Maybe you type suck more than such. Maybe. So this is Driver 2 strategy stuff, and then on the other side, Star Wars Episode 1 Battle for Naboo strategy shit. These I'm not gonna pack. I actually have game magazines in a magazine box already, so I'll put them in there. Whoa! Oh, such childhood in this box. Okay, so I'll show you the less important side. Wave Race 64. Wave Race 64 map guide, strategy guide. But on the other side. Ever play Pikmin? Yeah, I played Pikmin. The first one. I don't think I played the second one. My favorite game. This is trivia for later, if you care. My favorite game for the Nintendo 64 was Shadows of the Empire. I kind of want to leave this out and put this up in the game room. Holy shit. And this actually has tape on it because I used to have it up. Oh, this is going to be a fun... This is going to be a fun chore. Thanks for hanging around, Snabs, with your Dew and Red Bull. Hey, Red, you still here? I have a favorite? Yeah, Exus, I think. So I have few favorites. Thank you for thinking about the FAQ reference. So guys, apparently I didn't set this to IRL. I don't know how. So I tried to. How the fuck do I do that? I tried typing IRL and it brings up talk shows and podcasts, ASMR, science, technology, food and drink, body and or beauty and body art, and then special events. This is none of those. Riylo, yeah. What would that be, Snaps? I don't know how to fucking make this IRL because when you type IRL in the category, it doesn't bring up IRL. When you type IRL into tags, it just comes up with auditory ASMR and visual ASMR. I don't know what the fuck. I can share. I can report myself. I don't know how to put this into IRL. I don't know how to use Twitch. I don't know. If anybody knows, let me know. I don't know. I will proceed. Just chatting. So when you guys open up the directory, the IRL directory, does it have just chatting? Ding, done. Red, you are a genius. Thanks, buddy. That it came up as just chatting and then immediately put a tag for IRL. So, Bane, ASM artist. What's up, Bane? Okay, Red, good call and thank you. And I didn't know that I wasn't because I put IRL into both of them and then just hit save. But then you make me go back in there and there's fucking nothing there. So, thank you. So this GamePro Daytona USA. So there was an advertisement. This. Oh! What's on this side? So this, it appears, was hung up at one point, is a Marvel vs. Capcom 2 poster with... Are you kidding? Cable, Rogue, Psylocke, Jill, Hayato, and Ruby Hart. Combos. Psylocke with all her combos. Holy crap! This is a treasure trove of eBay crap. What is this crap? Crap. A gentle biography of the Halo series. What? So I don't know where this came from or what it was in, but it is kind of comic book sized. But look at that big fucking thing. The Death of Superman poster. That's neat. I mean, the Death of Superman and all that wasn't neat, but this is neat, at least. Yes, Snavs, when you had to blow into cartridges and when secrets were... Yes, all of that. So this is pretty neat. So I worked at GameStop for 6.5 years. You just jizzed, Bane? Haha, you do like you some Batman. You do like you some DC, that's right. So, I worked at GameStop for 6.5 years. And this even says on here for display only. When you guys saw all of those empty boxes in on the shelves at GameStop, it was because we were sent these from GameStop and told to put them into these empty sheet sleeves and put them out on the shelves. And so that's where a bunch of these came from. I might have a bunch of these. We might see more as we go through. But this is GameStop days. So yeah, but this was Grandia 3. I did start playing it back when it came out, and I remember being happy with it. I remember thinking that the combat system was not as fun as Grandia 2, but that it was still fun in its own right. But I don't really remember anything about it. Grandia 2 on the Dreamcast, I put a ton of hours into that game. And enthusiastic as a kid on Christmas morning, Snabs, this is the reason why I'm going through these boxes. Again, I'll show them to you. Look how fucking old these things are. They are falling apart. And true, had I just let them sit where they were in the garage, it's not like anything was going to break. But I want to condense, and it just shows how long this shit has been in boxes. And so, yeah, this is definitely nostalgic. So when I was a kid, I was into Magic. And that's what this is. So this is from Top Deck magazine. I don't think that there's a card game magazine that's still around. But this is an alphabetical card spoiler for the Invasion set. Inquest. So Inquest was probably my favorite of the gaming magazines. Scry ended up not lasting too long after I started playing. Inquest did. If I remember right, Scry was more about card games because it also had card prices in the back. Inquest was more just overall gaming in general. They had board games, they had miniatures, so maybe that's why they were able to last longer. This was after they used to be smaller, and then they made the change to the big format. So let me see if there's an old game in here. Dark Angel was still on TV apparently. I'm trying to find something to date this. I mean, I could look on the front and date it for you, but I'm kind of looking for a product. Holy crap, is Naruto that old? There's a Naruto card game. Begins April 2006. Okay, so I'm trying to find an advertisement for a new product that you guys would know and think, oh, I remember back when. Except all of these fucking advertisements I'm seeing are for products that don't exist anymore and that weren't popular in the first place. So, Zatch Bell card game. Yeah, I'm not finding anything. You would kill for that funeral for a friend. Sorry? It's kind of a favorite of mine. Sports Illustrated, Michael at 40. Sports Illustrated. Probably the first season back when they got Rodman. Jessica Alba. Yep. So, huge Jordan fan growing up. Huge. 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 This is a Beckett. For some reason, it's in a sleeve. Beckett Basketball Card Magazine, issue number 1, March, April 1990. What? It's all about Jordan until it gets to the card prices. So, throw that back in there. Huge. Huge. Okay. Oh, fuck. I'm not going to tell you guys how many years that I've had this book, but was I one of those kids who liked dinosaurs? Yes. Yes, I was. I still have a 1984 Iron Man comic signed by Stan Lee that your dad gave you. Nice. Exis has a bunch of comics that her dad gave to her. All that time spent looking for posters for the stream room, and one was right under my... Yeah, I had... Well, no. I mean, no. Death for a Friend, or Funeral for a Friend does not match... Doesn't follow the theme of Kate Beckinsale in Underworld and Margot Robbie and Suicide Squad and Gal Gadot and Wonder Woman. It's not the same. It's not the same. Holy crap. How long has it been since I've opened this thing? So, bunch of stuff about the creatures, and then just these, mid-level illustrations of all these old dinosaurs. Look at these. What the fuck? Nothosaurus. So these were stories. These were actually narrative stories that were written that would follow a dinosaur, and then it would have him meet a bunch of others, or it would have him meet other creatures like giant anteaters that used to live back then. Wild cats and stuff. This is an old fucking book. But I remember getting this. My dad and I were going through a garage sale, and I remember getting this book at that garage sale. And I think we were in Alaska back then. So, you remember having a National Geographic magazine subscription? Wow. The fuck are you? This looks like Comic-Con nonsense. Yes, it is. I don't keep everything from Comic-Con. So this... So I didn't play... I never went to a card store and played Star Wars, but this is a Jabba's Palace sealed deck. How Magic does their sealed decks differently now. I think for a time they did something like this, but how Decipher did their Star Wars sealed decks was they would actually sell these products. So if you wanted to play in a sealed deck tournament, you would need to buy this to play. And the reason why that was unique was that there were certain cards that were always going to be in there, I think, and then you would get some packs. Magic does it differently, where it's just, here are 6 packs, make a deck. They don't have an individual product, so that's how it's different. So way years ago, after I joined the military, I went to buy as many of the old Decipher Star Wars cards as I can. Unfortunately, only 1 or 2 sets are actually cheap. Jabba's Palace is one of them. And so I remember buying stuff and opening them up. Here's still some sealed product. What card was this? These sealed enhanced Jabba's Palace. 3 limited edition premium cards, 4 9-card limited edition Jabba's Palace expansion packs. So they came out with Jabba's Palace, but then they had enhanced, where they added some cards to the set. And then later on, they would just do things like Jabba's Palace 2 might have been a set, but they had sets that were just the second set. So here are a couple of boxes of those. Those are open. I have at least 1 sealed one, and then I gave 1 to a friend for his birthday. A Black Lotus? No, I don't fucking have a Black Lotus. I would have many things paid off right now if I had a Black Lotus. I don't know why I have this. I think it's because I had some Mage Knight stuff, and then I decided to buy one of those. Some of this is definitely got to be worth something. Probably. I'm going to throw this away. An Incredible Hulk lunchbox. So I did not have this when I was a kid. My ex decided to... Oh, it's... This is fucking for a child. It has the little thing with the thermos in here. Okay, maybe I won't throw it away. Maybe I'll eBay it or something. But let's just say I used to have anger problems. Used to. I definitely don't anymore. I don't ever rage. Hopefully I get to computer shit soon, because so far I haven't put a damn thing into this box. I'm just making a mess on the floor. Anyway, shut up, Snavs. I was so pissed when you freaking made that comment. I was just... I'm genuinely angry that I broke my controller. It's a Halo. I can't replace it. It comes with a system. I cooled down eventually. Eventually. The sentimental value was worth more. Yeah. There's stuff in here that's worth nothing, and I absolutely am not going to get rid of it. Anyway, my ex kind of nicknamed me the Hulk. I used to get pretty angry pretty quickly, and so I have a bunch of Hulk stuff from her that I've just gotten rid of, or want to get rid of. Here are two more mini lunch boxes. You missed this, Bane. You missed this collection of Hulk lunch boxes that I'm gonna get rid of. What the fuck is even in these? Candy. Wow. So this is hard candy. It was probably hard to begin with. It is double sealed in plastic, but on the outside container it says best before 15/7/2004. These are trash, but I'll keep them in there. Maybe that matters to the person who buys this shit on eBay. This one did not have any. Oh. There is no computer shit in this box. Whoa. ...2006 poster calendar. Wow. This is nice. It's still sealed. Oh, the damn posters. You dare me to eat one? But then it would be opened. I mean, I'm pretty sure that the expired candies from 2004 don't matter to anyone. But gross. So this is neat. This is just fucking huge. I'll finish going through this tote, if only because then I'll have an empty tote to put stuff in. Only if you pay the hospital bill. Right. This is a piece of cardboard. Whoa. Perfect Dark Zero 2006 calendar. So I have this one as more... So this one kind of brings back a memory. I don't remember buying this. In fact, I may not have. I may have got it because of my pre-order. But this kind of brings back a memory of waiting in line at Sam's Club and for a 360 when they were first coming out. I worked at GameStop, but we weren't allowed, or I was too far down the list or something like that. But I started working at GameStop. I hadn't even worked my first day yet, but I had been hired. And so I was waiting in line to get one because I knew I wasn't going to get one for a while. You're not that far behind. I don't think so. So I asked, so I got in line at Sam's Club. My friend was with me. He left later on in the night, but at the time he was with me, and I asked him to hold my spot in line because I was gonna wait in line for the 360 I had pre-ordered one, but I thought, okay, I'll just get one now and then I can cancel the pre-order. I had pre-ordered one at an EB Games at the Tucson Mall, and I had pre-ordered Perfect Dark as well. So I'm waiting in line at Sam's Club. The EB Games was at the mall right down the street. So I asked him to hold my spot. I went and got the game and came back, and then I was the only one in line that had a 360 games. That had a 360 game. I was the first person out of all of those people that were waiting to buy a 360 that actually had a 360 game. So I was just letting people look at it, and that was the new thing. Oh, it's a new system, so the case is going to be different. So even though it's so simple, that was new, and so this must have been because I pre-ordered the game. There's that's what the case looked like, and that was just so new. A green case? What the fuck? It was a lighter green than the Xbox ones, so a brighter one. Not much of a calendar. It's just got numbers down the sides, but... Well, hello. Joanna's unzipping. I did not probably ever open this or look through it, but... Anyway. What else we got in here? Dead or Alive 4 2006 calendar. What platinum hit Xbox games? They had great. I don't think that they were lighter on the original Xbox. Where's my favorite? February. No. Okay, technically my favorite is September, but not in that getup. So here's Kasumi, because you just have to. But there's Kasumi. But technically my favorite in the series is Lisa, but not when she's in her wrestling chick outfit. Just in a regular outfit. Who is November? You want to see November? Is that your birthday, Bane? I'll show you November. Lisa too. There you go. There's your November beefcake, buddy. Happy birthday. Just more Comic-Con crap. Who's May? There you go. There's May. I don't remember her name. Is she the chick from Texas? Is it Hitomi? I don't know. Holy crap. So this is back when I used actual beads for counters playing Magic. That's Trunks. But you know what else is in this fucking case? Hi. This is more fun than I thought. Okay. Hold on, guys.
Did I just see like a mail calendar? A mail calendar? No. What is it?
Alright, get in here. A mail calendar? Where'd you see that?
Yeah.
Where?
My feet. Oh my gosh.
You could be on camera. They know you.
I want to be on camera.
With your she's wearing the shirt I got her in Greece.
Yeah.
that you guys can't see because you have to be kind of down here.
Yeah, look it. Great. Okay. Hi.
Mail calendar?
There was a boy's face. A mail calendar. Yes. Oh. Yeah.
It's Dead or Alive.
That's
there
what I saw.
There are some dudes. Well,
Yeah.
Bane wanted to know who November was because that's his birthday, and so I showed him. I showed him his hunk. So, guys, there was a card game that used to exist. What the fuck are these?
Some fucking WWE.
Okay, so there's
What?
so on the back there's a WWE card, a Dragon Ball Z card. These freaking things, a Vampire, the Eternal Struggle, Vampire TES, which apparently had a really strong cult following. It was explained to me, but I don't remember. So I don't know why I have these, but these, I was actually really into this game when it came out, and my parents were much more interested in me being into this game than Magic, because I was playing Magic with my brother, and he started to draw pentagrams and stupid shit, and it's just, I don't know why he got that out of it. He wasn't into that stuff. He was just into art and artistry and stuff, and he's done some of that in his adult life, but they didn't like what he was drawing, so they weren't really into me being into Magic. But Overpower, they were definitely fine with that. This is DC Overpower. The first Overpower was Marvel. So that's why this is DC Overpower. So the first Overpower that came out was Marvel. And so this is just a bunch of Overpower cards. So this is just a regular damage card or something like that. Then you had these character cards. This is Commissioner Gordon. You had training cards, whatever the fuck these were. So here is a Batman training card. Did it?
I like this kitchen.
Scarlet Witch, because it flips.
Well, we got a black one, I think.
We had something that was similar that spun around, but I don't remember what it was for.
Well, we had two of these. I do actually think it was red, but I had it on my manager keys at work, and it was really cool until
It broke.
it disappeared or something.
Oh.
I don't know. I don't remember.
Here's Riddler, Two-Face, and Penguin on a training card. I don't know what the training card was. I don't remember how to play this or anything, but this is a bunch of fucking Overpower cards. Then they came out with these ones that had the straight edges to it, and they were missions. There's fucking Kyle Rayner Green Lantern on there. And they were supposed to represent events from the comics. So I don't remember how to play this, but... And I have more cards than that somewhere, but I don't remember where.
This camera setup is so bad.
Thank you. I put some time into this.
Well, you have to like look all the way over there.
So
like,
I don't
I'm
look at the
looking
camera.
chat.
I'm
Well,
looking
I
at
know.
myself on there, not up there.
Yeah, I know. But like, I don't know. You're just looking in like such a weird direction to look at chat.
I'm looking a little bit above the camera, which is okay. Am I selling those on
And then
eBay?
I actually didn't even realize, but I was like just sitting right here, hanging out, like right in the middle of the
Of this?
yeah, the
It's
other
not.
camera.
It's only for people to get their close up and.
No, I know, but I'm like completely oblivious. Like,
But I'm just saying.
what do I look at?
You're not distracting anything by being in the way, though. Am I selling those on eBay? I'm not selling these Overpower cards. These are mine, buddy. I might share some with you if
You're
I get some.
keeping them?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
If I got some duplicates in there, I could send them to you, Bane. So what else do I got in this tote that ended up having no computer products in them at all? So, first off, this might be my favorite thing I have from the Decipher Star Wars card game, but they had a sticker in, I think it was a scry, and I don't think that I got this scry. I think my cousin gave this to me from it, but it was when Cloud City was printed in the Decipher Star Wars game. They This is just a sticker, and it's larger than a card would be, so it's not like this is a card stuck on a box. They had a sticker of the Boba Fett card. What made you decide to walk down memory lane? I'm going through my garage trying to make a lot of room, and so I'm taking a whole bunch of old boxes and condensing them. So that's what we're doing here. So what's in this fucking thing? Okay. Snabs! I still gotta change the sounds, and I gotta make this bigger. Thank you so much, buddy. I'm gonna replay that, because Jessica Alba deserves to be bigger. Thank you, buddy. There we go. That's a nice, good size. Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much, man. Look at that. You are the top cheerer. Dude, thank you so much for using that the letter thing in there. And now it's inside the that gold sticker foil thing.
Huh.
Hi again.
What kind of
Snavs
cheesy?
Snavs made Jessica Alba appear.
Oh, that is cheesy.
It is not cheesy. It is perverted. I'm perverted. I'm not cheesy. I'm perverted. What the
yeah,
fuck
that's
am I?
true.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm sorry.
So, wow. I don't even remember what. So this is a sealed pack. So, once upon a time, Decipher lost the Star Wars license to make cards, which really sucked because that was the good Star Wars card game. It ended up going to Wizards, and they tried, I think, 3 different products. Oh, this is Decipher. Okay, so Decipher made another one. So they made one that was supposed to be easier for kids to play. And that's what these are. So they made the Jedi Knights trading card game. You know, I put the light so that things would be easier to see, and it's just creating a ton of glare. So, Jedi Knights trading card game. So that's what this is. That was light. So you have the Empire and the Alliance. These are the 2 different sides. And here is a sealed pack from it. And it's got a sticker on it that says first day of printing. And then it's got, I don't know what this is. This is a card and then an advertisement card in a sealed pack. And I don't know what it is, but I'll just do it later.
Is that red?
Yes, that's right.
Hi, Red.
He's been hanging out.
Hanging out?
Hanging out.
Oh. How do you know that?
I just assume that everyone's naked when they're watching me. So I don't know why I opened these. But remember, guys, when I was telling you that Decipher started to do sequel sets, but here's a light side and a dark side. Oh, that's why I opened them, because they're pre-constructed and therefore not worth much. But here are light side and dark side pre-constructed Death Star 2 Decipher card games.
That's cool.
Holding on to priceless shit and I don't even know it. You're right. A lot of this shit might be priceless. Okay, so
Man,
these...
look at my fucking paleness next to you. That's insane.
We have... We have different colored skin, guys. I have dark olive Italian skin or whatever the fuck I was told. But these, I don't even know what set this is. I think this is the first set because I don't see an expansion symbol. Here's Jack Porkins, guys. Red 6. Here, yeah, this is definitely the first set. Here's Yavin 4. I mean, this is how this game was fucking great. It really was. Tatooine, Lars Moisture Farm. This was a really good game. So these bunch of old cards. These are unlimited because they have the white border on them, but it is still the first set because the first set was called A New Hope, and then after that they wised up and realized, wait, we kind of want to print more than 3 sets. So let's just on the second set. The second set, I think was Dagobah. And then there was Cloud City. And then there was Jabba's Palace. So they started to realize we should be doing this more based on locations and events and stuff. This is Tatooine, and this is after they started printing cards for... Because the game came out before the prequels did. But then the prequels came out. I didn't hear you bump into the tote when you got up.
No, I actually almost fell back. And no, I got it.
Gotcha.
It's fine.
Battle droid officer from the prequels. That does not compute guy. A bunch of fucking battle droids. A bunch of different kinds of battle droids. So this is all from... Was there a Naboo set? Because that would explain what I'm looking at. All of it is about the droids and stuff on Naboo. So there must have been a Naboo set. Locations, characters. Were there any important characters? Did I have any of the big names? Did I open any of them? Nope, doesn't seem like it. But anyway, more to start for Star Wars. All in this box. Stay on target. And then one more last thing in this tote. It's a big card box. Kind of wish I was in a chair. Hey, babe. Can I get your rocker? Please? That would be actually useful in here. Big card box. We're not going to go through all these cards. I'm just going to take a look at a few of them. Whoa! So, it looks like Decipher Star Wars stuff, and I used the packs to separate them. Mystic! Did Snavs bring you in? Thanks for the follow, buddy. Yeah, so this is a bunch more Decipher cards. We're done with that tote. I could pull... I have a lot of the characters. And I could show you the character cards, but then it would be like, okay, so you have Obi-Wan with lightsaber. Okay. Okay. I looked at this one. It has computer shit in it. Thank you. Squeezy.
That burp was so close to the microphone. What are you doing to these poor people?
These people know me. Can you move this stuff out there? There's a bunch on top. Because there is more Comic-Con stuff that I've been going through. And so I don't want it to put it in these boxes. I'll put it wherever I put that stuff.
Okay.
I didn't. I'm careful. So all of this stuff is probably going to go... I should actually find a smaller box. You don't... Cards are like books. You do not want to put them in big boxes because then you will not be able to lift that big box. So I'll have to come up with a solution for that later. I might do that box actually. So what do we got in here? So the first thing I'm going to pull out is not a computer thing. Holy crap. Okay. Star Wars Episode 2 cereal. Look at that. Clone Trooper, Red Lightsaber, Blue Lightsaber, Yoda, R2-D2, Slave 1, and Jedi Starfighter marshmallows. eat some. It's not the cereal, although it did come in 2 Stay Fresh bags, so I'm sure had I left them sealed, it would still be fresh, because that's what it says. So, binders? No, no, no. Not that many cards. Fuck no. I would not sit there and sleeve all those things. And that would just add weight, honestly. So this is where I decided to stick a present that I never actually finished. So my dad, I'm guessing, got me a model to put together. Because as you guys will see, I was into Star Wars figures for a time. So this was eventually going to be that big tank. Obviously, I never put it together. Build it? Fuck. That's not what this stream's about. And then what the fuck are those? So this is going to go right back in this box. Holy shit, the memories. Star Wars Trilogy. 6 super wide movie cards. They're not sealed. Holy shit, they're foil? What the fuck? Alright, hold on. So these are prequel ones. So, you know, he's on the leader. Orders from OOM9. Over the Naboo swampland. So these are these really wide movie cards that got released. So really, I mean, these would not fit into a regular binder at all. Then there's a foil character card of Watto. And I'm surprised that it's foil and yet it's still showing up as well as it is. Those are prequel ones. I open this up. So, you know, here are a couple scenes from the movies. And then the first thing I saw when I opened this up, though, was this foil, I'm sorry, Topps laser version of this Sarlacc pit scene. I mean, it almost looks like a freaking movie cell almost, but anyway. Old ultra wide movie cards. Babe, send a text to my mom that I'm on and let her know that she'll have to make an account. Yeah. She will absolutely enjoy this one. This stream. She said that she got my link last week, but that it wouldn't let her type, and I imagine it's because she needs to make an account. Hopefully she's not working. Alright, Snavs. The Haunted Vader one is badass? Yeah. That scene was really neat. For me, it was more of a... Okay, we know Han's a good guy, but... maybe he's still got some of the I'll just look out for myself in him. But then when I just thought it was cool that immediately he sees the big bad guy and he I just want to kill him. And I don't know why that stuck out to me. Okay. Now we're getting to the computer shit so I can get all this shit put together. Okay, first we have my favorite real-time strategy game. We're going to go through some favorites, guys. We started this discussion earlier. I do have some favorites. It's just that I have so few that it's not worth asking me about them. But this is my favorite real-time strategy game of all time. And it is... God, when did this come out? This isn't old. This is when Activision was good. But this was published by Activision, developed by a company named Auron. When? When? Oh, minimum system requirements. A Pentium 90 megahertz processor. US version Microsoft Windows 95 operating system. 16 megs of physical RAM. Megs, not gigs. Oh yeah, PC game. Double speed CD-ROM. The quad speed CD-ROM is required to play the movies though. 130 megabytes of uncompressed hard disk space. Visa local bus or PCI video card with 1 megabyte of RAM. 16-bit SVGA, 640 by 480 graphics mode. Back when this was 4.3 computer monitor still. 100% Microsoft compatible mouse and driver. 14.4 baud modem for modem play. 28.8 required for internet play. 100% Windows 95 compatible computer system, including current 32-bit Windows 95 and DirectX compatible drivers for CD-ROM drive, video card, sound card, and input devices. Wow. Open it up. There's some stuff in there. I'm not seeing a year on here. Now, in another one of these boxes, we're going to find the actual CD case. That might have some more on it. Wait, hold on. Copyright 1997 Activision. But yeah. These games used to be the shit. You remember the first game you played that had like video cutscenes was Top Gun, and I thought it was badass. And Star Trek Starfleet Academy. I don't have those. I didn't play those. But yeah, my dad was into computer games. He always was. And so it definitely, there is some really old stuff I remember. There's some stuff that I remember having diskettes and installing from the diskettes and really bad graphics, sideways scrollers and stuff. So here's Dark Reign. And then here was the Dark Reign expansion. What do they call it? Rise of the Shadow Hand. So there was a cult that was forming. This actually had a really neat story that went along with it. And it explained why there were essentially mutants, but genetic engineering type stuff. So, first thing's finally going into the PC box. What will be the PC box? Why are you in here? Station Casino at St. Charles deck of cards. When a casino is done with their cards, they'll mark them in some way before they get rid of them so that players can't bring their own in. This casino marks them by poking a hole straight through the middle. Kept those good? Yeah. I mean, they were on a shelf and then they went into a box, so. Here's not my favorite real-time strategy, but still, this is a good series. Command and Conquer Tiberian Sun. I remember having a lot of fun with this. And there's the back. This one. Copyright. Wait a minute. This was back when Westwood Studios still existed. And Electronic Arts wasn't fucking terrible. Copyright 1999 Electronic Arts Westwood Studios. Oh boy. This was bought with, I think, my first Burger King paycheck. When I got to move the computer into my room, I went and bought the Half-Life Platinum box, which came with Half-Life, Half-Life Opposing Force, Team Fortress, and Half-Life Counter-Strike. Sierra, Gearbox. That fucking Half-Life documentary from NoClip was amazing. Have I played Anthem? No. It's even sitting here installed on the computer. And from what I've heard of the end game, there's no rush for me to get there. So I just decided I would rather do this with you guys. Holy crap, this thing was $59 on base when I bought it. This one needed, remember how Dark Rain needed a Pentium 90? This needed a Pentium 133. It also needed 24 megs of RAM, 600 megs of hard drive space. A Pentium 2 333 or better is preferred. The old days. Copyright 98 to 2000. There's the back of it. So good. That game showed me things. Here is something that was not in that. Is Half-Life Blue Shift. So I got that when it came out. This is not in good condition, but I still have it. Myst. I never actually beat this game as a kid. I came back to it in my adult life and played through it and beat it. And I picked the wrong one. I picked the wrong brother. From Broderbund. Remember Broderbund? Broderbund? Broder. That sounds European. Broderbund. This would work, and it did. I remember using this. No. When we got our compact Presario, it had Windows 95 on it, and this was the game that we got first. But this would work on Windows 3.1. You used to sneak out of the little school to the library to play Myst. Wow. Requirements: 33 megahertz, 386 or faster required, 486 or faster recommended for Windows 95. 4 megs of RAM required, 8 recommended for Windows 3.1, 8 recommended for 95. Requires 4 megabytes of hard drive space, 2-speed CD-ROM, a 640 by 480 monitor, Windows compatible sound device, system configuration may require some minor adjustments, blah, blah, blah. So this has a little badge on here saying best-selling CD-ROM game ever. So obviously it's not an initial release box or anything. What is this documentation in here? I can register my product. I could... What the fuck is this? Order your Myst official game secrets hint books now. For the cost of... Yes! Send me my first copy of Myst official game secrets for only $12.95 plus $2.50 shipping and handling. Mail to Broderbund Software Direct. P.O. Box 6125, Novato, California 94948 6125. Wow. Sales tax would be charged for the following states, and Arizona's on there. Wow. And this was from Prima Publishing. Windows 3.1 troubleshooting guide. And then warning. 3 Myst hints inside. Open only if in dire need. Hint number 1. Number 3. Yes, I tried that on stream last week because Bane came in and did a donation, and Bane likes me drinking. And in fact, when Snavs gets back, I'll ask him because he tossed some bits. So I tried it when he donated, and I gotta say, it went down. It didn't have the effect that tequila normally has on me, which is making me hiccup. So that was a bonus. But yeah, it went down smooth. Taylor, you would remember her from the wedding, but Taylor knew that it was... She knew the thing about the bell on the top. I didn't know the thing about the bell on the top, so she was hitting the bell. The original gamer guide, only $12.95. Yep. But Mom, you're gonna love this, and thank you, Exis, wherever she is, for bringing you on. So, Mother, you're gonna love this stream. Probably the oldest thing I have that I've opened up so far that I want to show you. I got this at a garage sale in Alaska. I remember seeing. We were walking through the house. There were a couple rooms worth of stuff in that house with stuff on it, and I remember this was on our way out, and there were some tables. It wasn't a garage; it was some sort of a kind of like a covered hallway or entryway, because there was plenty of that in Alaska because it was sort of a barrier from the elements. And there were a bunch of tables on the side, and there were a bunch of stacks of books, and this was there. So the art is so old. But yeah, this was probably the oldest thing that I've opened up so far. But I was just getting into the computer game stuff. Do you remember Myst? We got this. Remember when we got the compact Presario and that really cool looking computer desk to go with it? This was the first game that we bought for the system. Where did I get all this? This is my stuff. This is out of the garage. So I wanted to know earlier, did you get this before or after Jurassic Park came out? The book? Alaska was well before the book. We moved from Alaska in '90. It was Christmas 1990. I might be dating myself, but I think Christmas 1990. No, it was after that. Christmas 91 was when we moved from Alaska, and we had been there for 5 years. So, I'm going to go through these missed hints real quick. Hint number 1. Access to the places of protection starts by examining everything on the library walls. If you still need more, unfold this flap. Hint number 2. Access to the places of protection starts by understanding the function of the map in the library. If you still need more, unfold this flap. Hint number 3. Turn on the marker switches on Mist Island to activate locations on the map in the library. Rotate the tower to locations that turn the line red by clicking and holding the flashing icon on the map. Go to the tower to find the access keys. Your dinosaur obsession hit after the movie? Gotcha. No, I was way into dinosaurs when I was a kid. There are still dinosaurs that I remember to this day specifically because of having them memorized when I was a kid. So this goes in here. Too bad this box is in as bad a shape as it is. It can't stand up next to the rest of them. So, do you remember Red Faction? This game was a big deal when it came out because of the destructible environments thing. I remember it being Christmas 91 because for me, I remember it being Christmas 91. We'll just leave it at that. I don't want to age myself on here, but it's very easy for me to remember what year it was because of what grade I was in. So, so that was the year that Santa came and visited us in the hallway of the billeting room, I think, that we were in, or the temporary lodging that we were in Alaska before we left. And he visited early because you guys talked to him and let him know. And something else I remember about that Christmas, because we had to spend a couple weeks in that place. I remember I think that's when you guys bought Kablooey, and we spent a while playing that there. I mean, when I think about my memories of playing Kablooey as a kid, I played it a lot. We had that game forever, but specific memories of playing that game was the only ones that I have are when we were in that place, in that temporary lodging or whatever it was. Who even knows if that building is still there? So the big thing about Red Faction when it came out was destructible environments. If you put a grenade launcher into a wall, the wall would explode and you could look through it and shoot shit. So that was Red Faction. This is copyright 2002. Double pack of Fallout and Fallout 2 in this weird box. So you open it this way, it's got Fallout stuff, but then if you open it this way, it's got Fallout 2 stuff. Remember when these were a thing? I don't remember what it was that folded like this. It actually just might have been fancy folders at school. I never had one of them, but Baker, what's up, buddy? If you check out my update video, in fact, the last video that I have on YouTube, you'll see why I'm on Twitch. So go back to that later on. So Dual Jewel, 2 products, 1 box. Yeah, Bane, I thought you might enjoy. So from Interplay. So Interplay doesn't exist anymore, but they also don't control the Fallout license. They actually sold it to Bethesda. That was also covered in the No Clip documentary on Bethesda before the Fallout 76 part, which I didn't watch because I didn't have interest in it anyway. So just turned 20 a couple days ago, so there's that. I saw that you were doing streams also. I noticed that. I don't remember what they were, but I remember seeing you doing... Pretty sure you were putting YouTube videos up there. So happy birthday, Baker. When Snavs gets back, I might be drinking for him, but might be drinking for your birthday too. Why not? No, we're not. No, we're not. You're 20. We're not drinking. Next year. Next February. Dungeon Siege. So if there is a Diablo-esque game that I would call my favorite, it's fucking Dungeon Siege. So I fucking spent so long in it. Robbie, hello. What's up? All of this shit that you are going to see was just a few feet away from you in the garage, and I'm going through it. I spent a long time in this game. A long time. I played through the game completely, twice, with different compositions of parties, and then I went through it once without hiring anyone. It was just me, my character, because I realized the experience was spread out the more characters you had. So I wanted one character to be a badass. But then I got to the end of the game and I realized this game did not have any sort of infinitely spawning enemies. But the strategy guide in the book, which is not in here, it seems. It had information for the spells and stuff that you can learn at way higher levels. And so I was always confused. And then I kind of remembered, oh, hey, so here's the book, but there's a strategy guide that I bought as well. And it detailed skills and abilities and shit like that that you would learn all the way up to level 100 or 99 or something. There was an online component. I didn't have internet in my room when I was in high school, so I wasn't able to go and do it. I want to go back and try to do it now because in this game, there's no infinitely spawning enemies, so you can't continue to level up. You could not learn these things. I went through the game with just one character. He became a badass. You had to manage your health potions. It was... because even though you were a badass, there were still difficult parts where they had bigger groups of enemies. So, that was something I never got to do, and I kind of still want to try to do that. And I would absolutely try that on stream with you guys. If I was able to get the online component working to where I could just go and level, that would be nice. You were test streaming. All right, Baker. He's not going to be on for a while. That sucks. I was hoping he was just going to get food or something. I'm glad you're still with me, Saints. I'm hoping that this is still some entertaining stuff for you guys. By the way, I'm noticing PC games when I was in high school, I think, finally decided to start agreeing on a universal size for things. This is when that happened. They've been that way for a while, but like Dark Reign boxes, the Command and Conquer box, the Half-Life box, the Myst box, some other boxes, they're all different sizes, and that's how computer games used to be. But then it just became too difficult to keep things on the bookshelf. So, old school game night would be kick-ass. Oh, yeah. So, we don't have any more games I'm pulling out. We got a lot of manuals. So, Half-Life, Opposing Force, Counter-Strike, Blue Shift. I guess Team Fortress didn't have one, but that kind of makes sense. Because it was just, well, I don't know. Counter-Strike had one, so I don't know. Tiberian Sun. This, as you guys just heard, it's pretty beefy. Pretty beefy. Here's a game I used to have. So when I was in middle school, 8th grade, we lived in this apartment for the second half of 8th grade, a little bit more than that. And my neighbor, I went over to his place and I actually helped him on his website. He had a website for this, like third league football, St. Louis-based football team that he played on. And I helped him put things together on the site. And sometimes he's the one that got me into Dark Reign, but he was also very much into Mech Warrior. And so I did buy a Mech Warrior game. And so that's what this was about. Red Faction. I gotta change that alert sound. Thank you so much, Bane. I gotta change that alert sound, and I have a good idea of what to do. How many of you guys recognize this sound? That's good. Go away, please. Sound advanced. Finally got through desktop. Thank you, Bane. Sorry, I got distracted. Your alert came up and it made me think of alert noises, and then I thought, okay, notification noise. So the sound that I want to change that to is a sound from G4, and that's the G4. So Heinz, that's the G4 sound for the channel that would play before Attack of the Show. And then the Attack of the Show kind of music at the beginning is what I want to change my phone ringtone to. But there was another sound that I remember hearing that I wanted to change that sound to, the sponsor one. Do I need to unsubscribe for the other one? If you're not using it, they still take money. I'm still using the YouTube channel. You can unsubscribe to it if you want. But I'm still going to be using YouTube. I'm just behind on the videos that I'm trying to make for it. So I still have sponsors over there because they're still, it's still supporting what I'm trying to do. And this big ass fucking TV and the graphics card I bought, the money definitely goes back in. over there it's called joining. It used to be sponsoring. Now you join and you become a member of the channel. And over here it's called subscribing, which means something different over there. Yeah, it's confusing. But if you just want to have it here, that's fine, because I'm not going to do streaming over there anymore. I'm not going to do the chat thing. It's just going to be here. So, but MechWarrior, this is a big, thick book about how to play and all that. This was a piece of mail I got. This is literally labeled Missed Paraphernalia. This thing. I think I asked this a while ago. Am I going to try to... Days Gone. Days Gone sounds unfamiliar to me. This is mail? Holy crap. Call 1-800-219-4119. I wonder if that number still works. So this is to get Mist stuff. I would absolutely buy some of this stuff. I want a Mist mouse pad. The Mist strategy guide for $19. Mist, the Book of Atris, the audio soundtrack, a twill cap, a nylon duffel bag, a printed t-shirt, an embroidered t-shirt, an embroidered sweatshirt, a Mist calendar for $19.96. 5 different mugs for Selenitic, Channelwood, Stone Ship, Mechanical, and Mist. The Channelwood poster. I want a Mist poster, and then another larger poster that just has a bunch of images. God, I want that poster. That one down there that's just got a bunch of screenshots from the game. God, so nostalgic. MechWarrior came out with your first Macintosh computer. Yeah, this definitely wasn't the first one, but my neighbor was really into it. My mother just called me dude. Is that mother? Or is that number 3 typing on the account? Because my mother has never called me dude. PS4 exclusive. I haven't heard of it. Is it? That kind of sounds like a zombie title. But good night, mother. Thanks for coming in. So this was... I must have done something to get... I must have registered my Mist copy or something, because here's a piece of mail I got about Riven, which I never actually... I remember getting it years after it came out. You're tired? Okay. And I only had barely started it, and I think I got stuck on something pretty quickly. Exis actually remembers Riven, and so maybe we'll play through that one night. Here's an order form for Riven. Send me blank copies of Riven, the sequel to Mist, in a limited edition commemorative box for only $54.95. Wow. This is a pre-release order. Your package will ship immediately upon manufacturing completion and release of Riven. Please allow 6 to 8 weeks for shipment. You will be billed only upon shipment of your order. Holy crap. Did it have a detail of what the collector's edition was? Oh, yeah, it did. Special commemorative offer. Order by November 1st, 1997. Special limited edition box. God, these are memories. These are memories. It's the one about the 2 biker friends. I avoid zombie things in general, but I actually have not heard about this one. I don't think. Is this the one that was, it had a really impressive trailer a year or 2 ago that ended up with a guy that was climbing up through a building, and the zombies were all really moving really fast and stacking on top of each other, and then they were coming down this walkway, and he was just mowing them down, but they were getting a little bit closer and closer. $54.95, and yeah, you got to order by 97. November 1st, 97. Here's a game that came in a 2-pack I got. Old Electronic Arts. Look at that fucking logo. Look at that Electronic Arts logo. Holy balls. Well, this is a game called Power Monger. It's not in here. Where are you? Keyboard shortcuts for Dark Reign. Scusi. What is this? Wow. I printed out typed up strategy guides for Dark Reign. This is how fucking into this game I was. Freedom Guard mission 9, 10, 11, 12. Wow. 8. Imperium mission 9, 10, 11. Wow. I was into this. Obviously. One old box gone. Ugh. Alright, so I know I've got a lot more computer shit to go through, so I might not go through all of this small box. I think it might actually be too small a box for this to fit in anyway. It feels like the fucking PC Stone Age was just yesterday. Yeah. So here are the cases for Dark Reign and the expansion. So I used to actually listen to the music on them too. And the music was kind of weird. Some of it was kind of, oh, the case, the CDs, still in there. So some of them were really futuristic sounding and pretty cool. Some of them sounded like they belonged on a Lewis and Clark soundtrack from fucking forever ago. But in a way that made sense, because in this game's lore, we were still exploring the universe and making outposts and such, and so it actually did make sense. Holy crap. I don't even see the rest of them. The Old Republic, disc 1 of 3. Try to find out where that's at. Windows 98 starts here. I don't think I have a reason to keep this. I'll throw it in here though. I guess some electronics. Polaroid. I might actually need some of that. Old Dell laptop charger. Some military stuff. This box looks like it's just going to be a bunch of trash. If you pull out Mafia, I do not have Mafia. Bunch of trash. Military. One of my old ribbon racks. Empty CD case. The fuck is this? Mortal Kombat versus DC Universe. Postcard? No, it's not even a postcard. This is 21,426 of 22,800. I don't know what this is really. I guess we could put video game stuff in the computer games box, right? Can you get the fuck in there? Thank you. What else we got? What? So there's no disc in this thing. Quantum of Solace map token. Whatever the fuck that was. It's just... This looks like stuff that I might have picked up from a convention. In fact, this might have a bunch of stuff from PAX 2009. The Art of Golden Axe Beast Rider. This is a hardcover fucking thing. Look at that hottie. Pretty neat. Bunch of weapons. Anyway. Memorabilia. Soft cover. The Art of Tomb Raider Underworld. Soft cut. Well, it's not a... What the fuck is this? Whatever this is, it's sealed. Do you remember the game Legendary? Remember how that was going to be big? Thank you for pre-ordering Legendary. A tremendous amount of creative thought and effort went into designing the Legendary universe for your enjoyment. We've assembled this collection of work as an appetizer for what awaits you in the game. Each creature, character, weapon, and environment design has to answer 3 important questions. Will it work under the technical constraints of the game engine? Are there solid references to world mythology, familiar locations, and military tech? And finally, is it amazingly cool? Sometimes these questions have immediate answers. Sometimes we get into excited discussions and or furious argument. So this is from Gamecock Media Group. That was the publisher and created by Spark. I don't remember. I might even have this game, but I don't remember anything about it at the time. This is a soft cover art book for Eternal Poison. So I guess what I'm looking through right now is not PAX 2009 stuff. I think this is pre-order stuff from GameStop, back when you would pre-order a game and you'd get a bunch of crap. Here's another Legendary thing. Reserve your copy today of Fallout 3. Free music CD and poster. So this is sealed, whatever's in here. Military. Some sort of light controller. DVD player. PS2. So I guess this is what you got when you bought the remote? Wow. I had a pretty bad time in the military, got in a lot of trouble, but I guess at some point I got a Chiefs Award coin for outstanding performance. So that's what this is. A lot of the stuff in here is just trash. Stuff I gotta go through later. But I want the box. Mortal Kombat Armageddon. Story for another stream. Wow, this is bent to fuck. But look at this thing. And it comes out. It's just a... So, the thing with all the characters and the title on it is see-through. And it's just got that orange fire background. Neato. Holy crap, I am fucking happy to find this. Wow. Infinite Undiscovery. I don't think I've played... So this is one of the things that's way up there with Chrono Trigger when it comes to my favorite RPGs of all time. And I would love to go through this on stream, but at the same time, there's an achievement I want to get in it. And it hasn't been released on anything other than the 360, so I still want to get that. I'm going to cover up this pre-order code because I might not have redeemed it in the game. But anyway, there's a holographic image of the hero character. Not holographic. It's shiny. I was in the military, yes. Apparently, I had a Simpsons day-by-day calendar once upon a time. I was never a huge Simpsons fan. Wow. I don't even know whose this is. It's too big to be mine. Might have been my ex, but there's a partially assembled ribbon rack. Old stripes. Comic-Con 2009 swag. I'm tossing a bunch of stuff aside, but they are memories for me at least. A sticker for Grand Theft Auto Chinatown Wars. Thank you, Baker. I've got a little bit of a thing with that. I tell people some, like, I don't, when people thank me in public, I just say thank you. But since you're here, when I hear that, I usually kind of just subconsciously pass that to my ex, because Eva Mendes for some promotional thing for the Spirit. It wasn't that I didn't know. My favorite racing game, Split Second. It wasn't that I didn't know my place in that. Actually, very well may have been from PAX. In the mission, as you would call it, but my serving was over 7 years working in the same windowless box. Never even went out to the flight line. I know my place in the mission, but she actually deployed to both Iraq and Afghanistan. So I kind of just subconsciously passed it on to her because, in a way, she did more than I did. Now, sure, everyone did their part, but I don't know. I didn't feel like I did anything special, so I usually kind of just subconsciously just pass that along. Why do I have a Discord notification? Singularity. I have this pin that came with. Wow. Really old iPod. Belonged to my ex. What's this code for? Dungeon Fighter Online. Alright. This will not fit in there, so that box is done. I need a knife. I'll be right back. 7 years. Well, I did almost 8 years, but the first 8 months, a little over 8 months. I wasn't at my first. You go through basic training, and then you go to tech school to get training on what your job is before you go to your job. And then, so I got here on a July 14th, and then I didn't separate until October 29th. So that was over 7 years here, and then the rest of it. So I did just under 8 years. It was like 5 weeks short, 6 weeks short, maybe. Yes, Baker, I understand. And like people after the fact made me realize that there was also some sort of there was also the fact that I chose to join the military months after September 11th happened and joined that next year was apparently something that meant a lot to a lot of people as well, because they, in their mentality, it was, you fucking knew we were going to war and you still joined the military. And true, but for me it was more about I'm getting out of high school. My parents can't afford college because he was military also, and she wasn't ever able to keep a job and move high up in a company because she was moving around. We were moving around every few years. So she was always finding a simpler job. He was in the military, and the military does not pay well. And so it's not like they could afford to send me to college. And even though I had the highest ACT score in my class and colleges wanted me to go there, there was no way I was getting any sort of a scholarship. So wasn't gonna be able to do college. So I thought, Air Force it is. So I didn't join specifically because we were going to war. It's just it happened to be the timing of it. But what was explained to me by a person who was talking to me about joining after it is that yes, that may have been your reason for the timing. However, you still didn't not join. So you could have chosen not to join the military when we were going to war, and I still joined. So I think that was what they were trying to say out of it. Hardcore. Oh, it would seem I have arrived. I did not mention going and getting a knife because you showed up. I promise. I'm gonna move those cords out of the way, but I need to go get a knife, open this up. But I'm probably not gonna use this box yet. All of this random crap, though. I know somewhere there's a couple cases that have Star Wars in them, so I'm gonna wait on that one. Be right back. I'm not 36 actually. By the way, Bane, I'm just trying to not. I mean, you guys are here. You guys, I don't care. But back when I was on YouTube, generally it's better to just have the kids assume that you're younger. So I left it at that. I have one of those faces. So, the Deadpool. Yes, you guys were betting on when I would die. In which case, you're also wrong, Bane. Wow. What the fuck? What the fuck? So this apparently... So this was a project that I did on video game violence back in senior year of high school. But this binder I remember getting it was Easter when I was a kid. My parents got it for me so I can put a bunch of so I had a place to actually put my cards. I'm not really gonna go in depth in this box. I'm not gonna unpack it all, but I'll show you guys some stuff in it. Wow. Guys, this is some fucking childhood in this box. So, wow. What do I think about aliens? I have the same mentality about aliens that I do about a lot of things. Unless there's one in front of me, I don't care. They could be real, they could be fake, but until one's in front of me, it doesn't matter, right? Does anybody tell me what these are? Oh, so many, and I've got so many more too that aren't opened. They were used to work with these. Wonder how fucking dead all of these things are. There was a battery though. Hold on. And there was a screwdriver too. Where did that go? I think there was a screwdriver in that box. So here's an old battery. Battery expiration. I was going through some shit in the boxes and I found some batteries that expired in 2004. This expired in 2003. Second episode of Project Raider Gun. Yes. Went back and added some stuff to the first episode. So yes, I've started on the third one. So it's 3 of 3. Project Raider is, well, so it's going to be weird. The first topic of Project Raider, the first little series, is going to be 3 episodes, 3 videos. So it's the first series of Project Raider. Once Project Raider comes out, it'll have its actual name, the series name. And so it's going to have series name, this game, you know, episode 1, 2, 3. They're not going to be 3 episodes long all the time. It's just, that's what happened to work out for this one. I already know what the second one is going to be about, and I used to think I knew what the third one was going to be about because that was Project Dreamer. And I kind of rolled it into Project Raider, and that was going to be episode 3. I don't think I'm going to do that now. So I need to figure out another one for 3, but I still have a long way to go on 1. So we're in the ballpark, but you're going to drop it for them. So Bane, the reason why I didn't, again, that's why I just, back when I was trying to grow the stream and stuff like that, I just didn't want to bring it up on YouTube. Here, I'm just with you friends, so me talking about graduating in 2002 is fine. It's not something I would have done there because it would have been, you would have had kids who were like, I wasn't even fucking born then, and then they would just click away and go find some other younger looking dude. So that's what that was all about back when I was trying to grow through streaming, and I'm not now. So I have 3 of these fucking things. I don't even know why. And they're so huge. The one that he uses in the movie was a little fucking lady's razor size thing. Look at these fucking things. More expired batteries. So apparently I was smart enough to take all the batteries out. So that's good. They're not all corroded and shit. So here is a teeny tiny little partly broken model of that ship at the beginning of episode 1. Here is one of the large Trade Federation ships in extremely miniature form. Here is a fucking sand crawler with back looks like it opens up, but I guess not. What the fuck? Is this Micro Machines? It's Teeny. Holy shit. Are these micro... Is this a Micro Machines thing? That's Princess Leia. This thing will not even get focus. That is Princess Leia. Star Wars Action Fleet. So you do that, that comes out, but also inside here, these things move along. It sounds like there's something, like another figure stuck in here somewhere, but... There we go. So this thing came with... Oh, it even moves? This thing can bend its legs. Or bend at the waist, I guess. So here's a little Jawa. Here's a little Luke. There's that Leia. God, that light is... Let me see if I can turn that light down real quick, guys. Little Luke figure, Leia, a Jawa, the not C-3PO droid that was in there, and then what the fuck are you doing here? This is one of those advanced custom fight or advanced TIE fighter pilots. So, those are all going back in there. So that's what this bag was all about. So these came with every figure that you opened. These came with they came with these little chip things, and if you put them onto this thing, it would play the sounds, and you could store up to 4 of them. C++ class, you gonna make some shitty games? Dude, I've got an amazing game idea. If you want to make $1 billion with me, we can try to make this game, but it requires some advanced knowledge stuff. So we'll talk again in a few years. Because of course I've got $1 billion game idea that I'm just sitting on that no one's had before. Which is weird because I've literally not seen anything like this. So this I did put together. That's a fucking A-Wing. With retractable landing gear that's not really all coming out all the way. The fuck are you? Are you a battery case? That looks like it, except it doesn't have the metal leads in there. What would this have done? Made noise? Lit up? Oh, the back looks clear. The back might have lit up at some point. And there's a pilot in here. Little pilot man. Not pulling that out. Why the fuck do I have this? Do I have anything else in here to show? That did not go with that. You want to be a game tester? Well, you're a comp sci major, so yeah, you are down. Good. This is what I wanted to be when I was 7. Glad you're sticking with it. Oh yeah. Remember when Luke was playing with that little that model in the movie? And now I kind of have one myself, or I did a long time ago. What the fuck even is this? Oh, this thing actually fired a cannon. Where's the projectile? I don't know. That's a weird fucking cockpit. Can't even fit a person in there. Anyway, that's what this fucking thing is. Again, I don't think I'm going to be unpacking too much on this box yet. Whoa! Oh my god. This book was so old and so used by me. I didn't get it in this shape. I don't remember it being new, but I don't remember getting it in this bad a shape. But I was so young, I didn't treat it that well either. But so it got stuff torn off, it got wet. So a lot of the wood and stuff that's in here, the paper has kind of gotten thicker. This has come off. This got pulled off. But this, it's bent even. There's even, that might be old, really old fucking dead mold. I don't know. This, I think, is something I haven't thought about in a long time. I remembered that other book. I forgot about this one. This one, I don't know what those papers were that were in it. I remember staring at this for a long time, thinking about where all the dinosaurs were in the world. And God, look at this. The pages. Look at that. This is so old. This book, or this page, this was just, the art in here is so much different than that other one that I showed you guys. But along every page in this book has this timeline along the bottom, and the timeline starts here, present day. This is recorded history, this thin sliver of red. And then the orange here is the age of man. This is when we had kind of humans. And then this is starting from 1 million years ago. It starts to go back. And I would sometimes go through the book and not even look at the pages, and I would just try to memorize the placement of these prehistoric creatures. So, where were the T-Rexes? Do you really have this book, Hardcore? T-Rexes. So you had certain theropods in Spain. And well, you had theropods all over. They were in Africa, they were in Europe, they were in North America. So you had theropods, sauropods, ornithopods, stegosaurs. But that was Jurassic period time. So this page was showing before the dinosaurs. This was showing creatures coming up on the land. This is the first time you thought that they would have been spread around, yeah. Welcome back, Snabs. It's a special time, but probably just for me more than anybody else. But this was... I love this book. I remember this fat little fucking green guy down here. But they were talking about when creatures got on the land, what happened to them, how did they start to diverge, how did they first form, all of these. You're gonna look in your book box? Sweet. So this is showing dinosaurs are divided into two orders: the Saurischia, or reptile hips, and the Ornithischia, or bird hips. So they've got Camptosaurus and Stegosaurus showing off the bird hips, but they have Camarasaurus and Gorgosaurus showing off the reptile hips. You got Dimetrodon, Ediphosaurus. The swampy woodland, they were showing, okay, this is what the world was like when creatures started to form, and this is what creatures were being, finding themselves in. This book has just, the art in it was so much better than that other book. That other book was meant to be, here's a story about a dinosaur. Here's another story about a dinosaur. It was all written as a narrative. It was all fiction stuff, and it was just meant to be a kid's book. This one was supposed to be more realistic and such. This is back when, and this is why this used to be one of my favorite dinosaurs, Diplodocus, and that's because back then 87.5 feet was the longest dinosaur that ever lived. So, every fucking page is a memory because I remember this art. The art was done so fucking well. And, wow. I'm very glad I found this book. I'm not putting it back in the box. It's going on the bookshelf. So. You actually do have it just in worse shape. It has crown drawings all over it. Wow. I didn't think it could get worse shape than that. Because I don't remember treating it too well, particularly, either, so. Here's one of those advanced TIE fighters. That's awesome that you have the exact same book, though. Here... He broke? What? Was keeping this in the garage a bad idea? Wow. We've got some opened Star Wars figures, guys. Don't. Baker! We are gonna bang. Baker, thank you so much, buddy. Thank you so much. You guys are awesome. What are we up to? Dashboard? Settings? I don't know my way around Twitch yet. I don't know how to check. I don't know. Someone who knows Twitch better than I do. You talking your language, Star Wars toys? Yes. So Green Lantern, because I'm just an affiliate. I only get one. I know that we had a lot more on YouTube, and YouTube's technically still there, but I only get one as an affiliate, no matter how many sponsors I have or subscribers. But I have 3. One of them got rejected, so technically I have 2. But Kate Beckinsale is the second layer one, and then I got to think of a third layer one. But I don't want people to do layers anyway. Scusi. You have a book about chivalry in the same box. Green Lantern with Mercy Wings. Hey, those pink Mercy Wings. I think I have those too. Because I think I watched Twitch. I think I watched Twitch streamers on. I just left it open. On a Twitch stream, and you got that during that thing. But I also bought the Mercy skin. What was that? Was that the Scorch counted sound effect? Yes, it was, Snabs. Yes, it was. See, we can have good memories about the good old days of Destiny. So this is C-3PO without his casings. Let's just rapid fire these. Let's just call him Jake Lloyd. There's Jake Lloyd. Not doing too hot these days. This is an original trilogy. Is this an Assault Trooper on Hoth? Oh, this is a little sticky. This is Jake Lloyd with a robe. This is Han as a stormtrooper. This is a little stand. I think I have EV99 in here. Yep. So here's EV99 from Jabba's Palace, and then it came with a little the console that it was working on. Any particular reason it's sticky? Just age. It's just aged plastic. It wasn't too sticky. There's Nia Noob. There's Grand Moff Tarkin. There's a Weequay Skiff Guard without his weapon because it fell off in here somewhere. There's young Obi-Wan. His lightsaber is also in here somewhere. Captain Panaka. I don't remember this guy's name, but he doesn't have his arm anymore. He still does in this figure. This plastic is not aging well. This character is sticky so much there's actually fucking hair on it. Fucking Jar Jar. You know what? Let's just pretend this isn't Jar Jar. Let's just pretend that this is any other Gungan. Toskop! Am I saying that right? Am I getting that first part right? Thank you for the follow. One of his ears is off, though, so maybe we can pretend it's Jar Jar in that regard. But this one's, yeah. What the fuck? So these have been out in the garage, which means that winters and summers, it's been hot. So there's Darth fucking Maul. Also sticky. Arrgh. I probably shouldn't have had these in the garage. There's Jar Jar's ear. This is Amidala when she was... God, what was the character's name? Fuck. I know this. I'm not looking at chat. Fuck. I know it. I've just forgot it. I'm on the spot. TOS? I was thinking terms of service. Well, they was it the terms of service cop checking my sub alert sound? This is Garindin from A New Hope. A couple little models and weapons. Some of the weapons. Here's a tiny X-wing. Here's a tiny. I don't fucking know what that is. That was not a. I'm sorry. That was a follow. I'm sorry. YouTube language. YouTube language. That was a subscription. Thank you. Do I know you? That's a sub. Were you a different name on YouTube? Are you from YouTube? I'm sorry. Subscription from Star Wars from YouTube. Star Wars. So I got to get used to the terminology. No? Well, thank you. Welcome. How did you find me? And then here's Amidala with one of these blasters. So we gotta put all these back in the sticky bag. This bag was. I feel like I gotta wash my hands. So going through a bunch of old stuff. Some of these boxes are older than others. That fucking book. That gave me some feels. Thank you so much, guys. That's 3 new subscriptions today, and I very much appreciate it. Twitch Prime or not, I don't give a shit. Go through their old memories. I might actually be streaming for a lot longer than I thought I would tonight. But these are definitely... I've been having a lot of fun tonight. You can go for a turkey sub. That's a little random. Just a little bit. What am I in the mood for? I don't know what I'm in the mood for right now. I'm actually in the mood for some fucking sweets. And in about a week, I won't be doing that anymore. I don't know what this is or why I have it. It's not a hacky sack. I was never into that. I did it a couple times. Like when friends would have it before school started, I would go over and join them, but I never was into it. It was just, oh, hey, I like playing sports. Let me go do something physical. I don't know what these are or why I have them or where I got them from or how long I've had them, but they're in here. Good old wholesome content. I'm trying to keep it that way. I mean, except for the fart noise when people follow. I don't know what these are, guys. What the fuck are... No! I think it opened because I stored it in the garage. No! 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 It's a fucking Yoda Pez dispenser from who knows how far back. But the bottom opened and the Pez fell out because it's been in the garage and it's heated up and it heated the glue. No! How old is this Pez? There's a maze on the back and it's discolored. It's not full white anymore. I'm not finding a year on this thing. It was $1.49. Wait. Copyright 1997. So it's not terribly old. The Pez dispenser was made in Slovenia. Hippie balls from my toking days. Yeah, that sounds 100% legitimate. We have more. Collect all 9 characters. So here's Darth Vader. Oh, more of them. This one's completely fucking... It just fucking completely fell apart. These were not open, guys. I did not open these. Well, here's Leia. Wow. I wasn't even really too into Pez. I wonder if I got these as I was older and I was specifically thinking about collector's value. Maybe. So this is an old soccer trophy from when I was a kid. If I had all 9, I'd be pissed. Again, I don't look this stuff up. I don't know if this stuff sells. An old baseball trophy with the bat broken off. There's the last Yoda Pez. Am I actually going to look at anything else? What's in here? Is that a Call of Duty sticker on the back of the chair? No, that's a Xenoscope sticker. This is X's rocker chair, and she has, like, every time we get a sticker from fucking anything, it goes on the chair. I mean, we aren't kids. There's not really a reason for us to have a bunch of stickers, but sometimes you get them as part of marketing material or whatever. And so every time we get a sticker for something, it just goes on the chair. Yes, Xenoscope, Good or Evil. Either that was a series that they did or that was one of their board games. Oh, almost got it. Subtly covering up the real name. God, you're so much more attentive than I'd ever be. You'd be doxxed. Well, I mean, there is also the fact that I'm pretty sure no one gives a shit about me that hard, but... Oh, we gotta cut this guy's stream off. What the fuck? I didn't think I was being subtle about it either. I don't want my name up there. Oh, open up. I tripled. Oh, okay, so it was worth opening this. So these used to be, not all of them. Look at this fucking guy. Lost a blaster. Are you telling me you melted? Here's a stap. And yes, if I remember correctly, these actually fire. But I'm not going to try it right now. Blaster. More figures. So, swoop bikes. I had more than one. There we go. These used to be when I had a display. These were up on top. Just that you think about it. Roger. He melted into a fetal position. What the fuck are you? These guys fell over. Oh, that wasn't that guy. I was thinking, oh, Ponda Baba. Okay, That's what the name was. So these guys have fallen over and possibly even melted, disfigured. I should not have kept these in the garage. But Obi-Wan, Ponda Bappa, and Dr. Evanzen. Holy crap. Oh, I remember this. This is not exactly canon Boba Fett, but look at this fucking guy. Look at that thing. That was a badass Boba Fett. In this giant rocket pack thing with blasters and missiles on it. How hot does it get? It's fucking Arizona, dude. It breaks 110 in Tucson every year, I'm pretty sure. Or at least gets close to it. And then there's the garage. This is Luke, I think, on Endor. And then here is the biker trooper. And then, oh yeah, this went on to Boba Fett. Right here. And this, is it going to shoot? Is it going to shoot? It shot. It still works. I wanted in 12 star systems, didn't he say? It still shoots. This is neat. So that bag was worth opening. It might have been Leia. I don't know. I honestly couldn't tell if that was Luke or Leia in there. What the fuck is this? Oh no! Okay, so I did open this. So this is when, I'm going to keep it oriented this way. This is when Jar Jar got onto that thing with all the ammunition in it. And other action fleet things. So I guess this wasn't Micro Machines. This was from Galoob. That's what this toy is. Hey, computer game shit. Okay, so when I was a kid, you want to make me head up to the attic at 12 and look for your Millennium Falcon? Okay. So when I was a kid, I was a smart little kid. And my dad got me a series of games. It was 2 or 3. And I was watching a playthrough. Robbie, if he's still here, I actually showed him this because I was suggesting that maybe they try to look for him for his kid. But there was a game series called Dr. Brain. And there was... I think the first one was the Laboratory of Dr. Brain. And then this is the Island of Dr. Brain. I could be wrong. But this is the Encyclo-Almanac Dictionaryography. And so this was a help guide for a lot of the stuff. It didn't have solutions. It was just telling you what they were all about. So I remember reading this. And some of it was history stuff. Polyomnios. This is a large. So that was a glossary of terms. Had some maps on here. Had some instruments that might be in a band. I remember there being, I was a kid playing these games at 8 years old or something, and I remember learning logic gates from this game, and gates, or dates, exclusive or, exclusive and. Back when I was a fucking child going through this stuff. This Magic Square type stuff. I knew how to do all this shit as a kid. I mean, these were good memories. I don't know where these games are. They were before CD games. Those were diskette games. That can get recycled. is this? I'll have to go through this later. I think this is an old gift I never used. It was a planner? Organization kit? Hey, more of those Star Wars wide television cards. Or movie card things. Where were these? They were in there. Oh, the sticker thing I was talking about. So I pulled this sticker out, this Grand Theft Auto Chinatown Wars sticker. It's just going to go on this chair, so I'm leaving it out. Not floppy, just the diskettes. It wasn't that old. What the fuck am I doing with this book? Does anybody else remember this from their childhood? Once a Mouse? This is one of those stories, if I remember correctly, where it was a thing where the mouse wished he was a lion, and then it cycles around, and it's just... And then, in the end, he wishes he was a mouse. One of the things about learning your place in the world. One day, a hermit sat thinking about big and little. Suddenly, he saw a mouse about to be snatched up by a crow. Do you guys want to do story time? He hurried. To help the poor little animal in tearing him from the crow's beak, he carried him off to his hut in the forest, where he comforted him with milk of grain and rice. But look, a cat came to the hut with whiskers straight out and tail held high. But the hermit was mighty at magic as well as at prayer. When he saw the danger threatening his little pet, he quickly changed him into a scout cat. But in the night, a dog barked, so he changed him into a bigger dog. Then it was a tiger, so he changed him into a bigger tiger. And the tiger was all proud, and he was the biggest, baddest guy. And the hermit said, "Without me, you'd still be a mouse." So the cat was pissed off, or the tiger. And so he turned the tiger into a mouse. So the mouse the hermit kept turning him into bigger and bigger things. And then he just became too proud, and he turned him back into a mouse. Story time! I don't know why I have this. Uh-oh. What is this? Star Wars comic book? Whoa, that does look fucking old. Marvel Special Edition, #1. Look at that. Yeah, her dad actually has some of this stuff. I don't know if he has this one, but I think he has the one that that's neat looking. I think he has the one where they went and they broke from the movies, and they started to write their own original stories. Oh, this book. So I can't show you this book. Create a book. Can you guys see this? Yeah, not really. So, Pat's Create a Book. P.O. Box, blah, blah, Fairbanks, Alaska. So, this book has my name in it. This was a Christmas present from friends, and it was written in a unique way where the author would have a story, and you would go and you would pick a story, and they would insert names. So it's got my name in it. It's got my age in it at the time. It's got where I was. Talks about how I was always reading books about dinosaurs, and so I was brought to this land of dinosaurs, and then there was a birthday party, and there was a dinosaur cake there, and was it real, and all of that. And it's got a thing where I said I'm going to leave note for my friends, and it listed 3. Well, it's got my brother and 2 of my friends in there. I see the original. I see the. Wow, that is an image. Wow, I've never seen that piece, that side of it. That's neat stuff, Baker. So that's what this book is. What? Wow, I was bad and I thought I was good. Maybe it's good I quit drawing. Wow. Look at that. Look at that. What? Welcome back, Red. Bane, you still here? I didn't even draw the damn... It's the bottom of the circle at the top of the key that ends up being segmented, not the line that go, not the actual foul line, and it doesn't go all the way to the edges. Look at how stupid I was. I was so stupid. But yeah, holy shit, I drew that. I was into drawing a long time ago. It stopped pretty much after I moved from Alaska down to Kansas. No, it's not fucking LeBron. It's got Bulls on it. And it's got the Chicago Bull on the court. Oh. Fucking LeBron probably wasn't even born when I drew that. He was born. But still. And this is... Holy hell. Wow. These are fucking yellow. Every single one of these newspapers is about a Bulls game or about Jordan. So this is Special Jazz Encore. This is what year? 97. So this was the second title, the second title. So the Jazz had just won Game 4, 78-73. The Drive for 5. Man, this is a bunch of old Jordan stuff. I could keep going through it, but not really much of a point. I mean, anything that I could find that had Jordan in it and that we're talking about the Bulls, I would cut it out and I would keep it. Holy crap, look at this. Chicago's Michael Jordan left and Orlando's Shaquille O'Neal glare at each other during the fourth quarter of Friday night in Chicago. The Magic won 106-99. This is an old fucking newspaper clipping. Just anything that had Michael Jordan. Baker! I mean, she's hotter. I'll let her do it. It's good. Dude, you didn't have to do the 10. You could have kept him. Thank you for everything, buddy. Oh, and you is number 2. Sports Riylo? Oh, Sports Riylo existed. Sports Riylo absolutely existed. You wish you thought of that? Dude, my wall was covered in this shit. I've got so much shit here. What's this one? Even just a little ass fucking tiny clip about it. It was just like, there's something. And I want to keep it. Bulls finally fall short of something. What's it talking about? Few hours? I could go that long. I don't know if you guys can, but I can. I mean, I only got up a few hours ago. Chicago Bulls failed to tie the NBA record for home runs in a season, falling in Saturday's regular season home finale as Eddie Johnson's last-second free throw gave the Indiana Pacers a 199 victory. King! Thank you so much, buddy. Dude, thank you. This has been a stream. So, thank you so much, Kang. For everyone that's coming in, I'm going through boxes. I am looking at things. Some of this stuff I haven't seen in a very, very long time and had almost just forgotten about. And, I mean, we just went through a bunch of old Star Wars toys that I used to have. Some of them getting so old they're sticky. Elena, hello. I have these freaking Pez dispensers. We were going over some old cards I used to have. Here's probably some of the stuff that's more relevant to here. Myst. Half-Life Platinum Edition that I bought way back when. Fallout 2 combo thing. Going through just a whole bunch of old stuff. Right now what we were talking about is a whole bunch of old... Anytime I found a newspaper clipping that had... Or a magazine clipping that was something about Jordan and the Bulls, I would take it. That is 0 for 10 on Milena Kunis. Do you mean Mila Kunis? But hi, guys. Thank you again, Kang. God, I even clipped out the NBA TV schedule, so I would knew when the Bulls were on. Jordan fan? Oh. So, I mean, look at all this. There are a couple full papers in here, but I was a huge Jordan fan. What is this? Chicago stumbles to the record. I didn't get the newspaper this time, but this is a copy of when the Bulls hit win number 70 and took the record. So, God. So much of this stuff. But we're gonna put this back in there. Oh, there's that book I was looking. I was actually thinking about this book not that long ago. I would draw stuff. That's got my name on it, but I would draw stuff about the Bulls. Exciting times. Yeah, I've been watching some Jordan stuff recently. You know, the '90s NBA, that's the stuff that I remember the most of, and so I know those players more than I know today's players, despite them being the ones that I would hear the news about. So I remember, thinking, did Dominique Wilkins, did he just end his career with the Hawks? No, it was. I went and looked it up. Dominique Wilkins played with the Hawks for a while. Then he was traded to Boston, and then he went and played for Greece for a year. Then he was on the Clippers. Then he went to Italy for a year. Then he was with the Spurs. And he kept playing until 1999. I thought, wow. So those old 90s, that old 90s NBA stuff, that's my stuff. That's the stuff I remember. So this box we're going to stick aside for now, because again, we're trying to find that computer game stuff so we can consolidate. There's a badass documentary on YouTube. Kank posted about 10 months ago, so you may have seen it, but it's great. You mean Kang made a documentary? Jordan said release the tapes after all this LeBron is the GOAT talk. A 5-part documentary on... Interesting. Oh, wow. Okay, this box is going to be pretty quick. So let me see if I can bring up an image. I want to show you guys my first car. Can I bring you? Wow, that's the same color and everything. That is way too huge. So that was my first car. 87 Saab 900S. This is some picture. I don't know. This isn't my car. My car looked worse, in fact. That's not my car. That's not my car. My car had 4 doors. But anyway, so basically it was the 4-door version of that. The back doors wouldn't open, and the front windows wouldn't go back up after I put them down. So, as you can see, I had a really freaking ugly first car. So, what did I do? I crammed it full of 17 neons from Walmart. I have these blue neon lights. The speakers that came in the car, the radio. The radio, I had to replace the head unit because it was the original. All the speakers were the originals too. In fact, the speakers in the back were 4x10 paper cone speakers that were terrible. Terrible. So I went out, above the the trunk behind the back seat was this deck. It was made out of some sort of a thin board, so I was able to cut holes into that. And I bought some speakers, these old Pioneer speakers, 6x9s to put in there, and they did a much better job. I had to pay extra and get these 4.5-inch front speakers, I think, and that was very difficult. It's really difficult to replace, even in current cars, to replace the speakers that are up underneath the windshield, because that's just really difficult. It's really weird place to get to. High's name, even though it's somewhere in his... You're going to have to send me a message about that, Baker. Let me know. Let me know. You had a Mercury Grand Marquis, windows rolled down manually and stuff. Yeah, these... I mean, it was an S. It was supposed to have paper, or it was supposed to have the electronic windows, except I couldn't use them. So... what did I jam to? That's the thing. Not much. I still didn't really like music, so it was more about the friends of mine that would come in. I would tell them to bring their tapes or bring their CDs and stuff like that so that we can play it in the car. Vaping. What is up? How have you been? Thank you so much for the raid. Chat. Thank you very much. 2 big raids. I'm very, very flattered, guys. What's going on here? Let's get some old stuff. I'll just put those away. So going through a bunch of my old stuff. So let me just the thing I'm talking about right now, just to show you guys. So that was my first car, and that was close to it. I had a 4-door version. I had an 87 Saab 900S, and it was ugly. It was torn apart. The back doors I had to open from the outside for people. The front windows wouldn't go back up when I brought them down. So I was just talking about how I went to Walmart and got 17 blue neons and put them into that car. It was the ugliest thing during the day, but during the night, my car was like no other. Because I had so many neons in that car. It was stupid. I just kept buying more. I replaced the speakers because, again, it was an 87 and everything in it was still stock, so it had a really old radio, and the speakers in the back were these 4x10 paper cone things, so I went and bought a pair of 6x9s to put in the back. What else is in here? I had to buy so many adapters to get all of these, because every one of them had a cigarette lighter thing, and I had to buy so many, and so I had these hubs plugged into hubs. Here was the steering wheel cover. This used to be blue. It's not anymore. What are these? My pedals lit up blue as well. That was the ugliest fucking car. But when it was nighttime, it lit up blue. It was... What even... Oh, and this... Okay, so the speakers, I put these over them. So when the bass would thump, they would... These would light up green. And then I remember around the head unit, I had another one. And so it went around the head unit like this, and it would come out with the music, and it would keep going around like this. What year was this? This was I mean, obviously, it was late high school time, but this was, turn of the century. Vaping, all right. See you. Thank you so much. I'm going to continue to share. So this was just the car stuff. I mean, here's just a smidge of some of the old shit we went through. Star Wars Episode 2 cereal. No, there's no cereal in here. That would be gross. But there was a big figure, or a big a model in there of the tank. earlier on I showed off the old Decipher Star Wars card game stuff that I used to have. These are other... If anyone remembers when episode 1 came out, all those freaking toys that came out. Tupac kind of guy. You know what? I think I had some Tupac CDs, but again, I'm not a music person. These things came out, these communicator things, and then every figure came with this little thing that you would touch to it, and you could program it. And this is what I'm looking for at the moment to try to go through is old computer game stuff that I'm putting, trying to fill this box up with old computer and video game stuff. So Myst, Half-Life, Dark Reign, if anybody remembers that. This is my favorite real-time strategy. Command and Conquer, Red Faction, Dungeon Siege. So that box is done. Last box. I found some old things that were just real sentimental to me. Some old dinosaur books and stuff. I mean, this was my favorite. And it is in such bad shape. But I was so into dinosaurs when I was a kid. Eminem, I did have a number of M&Ms. I remember my brother showing me the video, because again, I'm not into music. My brother showed me the video of I think it was Real Slim Shady, and he was in the Robin outfit, and he's putting his fucking dick in the camera and stuff, and I thought, I didn't think music was fucking funny and offensive and cool. What is this stuff? And so I went out and bought one. And all right, so we have some sealed figures. Attack of the Clones, Anakin Skywalker. Everyone's second favorite character, guys. Right behind Jar Jar. Oh, what the fuck is this? Jango Fett. Endor Rebel Soldier. Oh, I've got... Where'd it go? Oh, here we go. I've got a ton of open figures too, guys. Darth Maul's in here. Jar Jar with a broken ear is in here. Ear flap? I mean, his ear probably still works, but... what is this? C-3PO. And then you can put them together if you want. The back says so. You can put on his casings. Zam Wessel. Tusken Raider. What the hell is this? Oh, this is when Wizards got the Star Wars license. So there's an Attack of the Clones trading card game. Even came with a mat to teach you how to play. Yes. DC Direct. Kyle Rayner Green Lantern. Includes power battery. And one size fits all power ring. Wow. I don't remember this. In fact, it seems like I've only barely opened it. Well, apparently I opened it enough for this thing to fall out. Gundam H-Arms Custom. So this is a garage kit. I have not assembled this badass looking thing. This is from Endless Waltz, which was the only Gundam thing that I really ever watched back in the day. And I did like it. Whoa. Okay, first off, I did put it together. But second off, there's other crap in here. Why is there a 50-foot phone cord? one of those movie cards, those wide format movie cards. So these are more these. Okay, these are open, but more of that trading card game stuff from that Wizard Star Wars game. But I did build this guy, and he's kind of falling apart. And there's nothing I can do about that. But I did build this guy. Look at that. I'm just going to move the camera to show you guys this. This would be like me going through my old WWF figures. What? Gundam MS War trading card game. So apparently this was a thing. Oh, we've got some... Okay, so I was going to just move the camera and show you, but we do have some episode 1 figures in here that I also didn't open. And these are those little chips I was telling you about. So all those ones that I did open, that's where those chips on the keychain came from. Palpatine, Darth Maul, and so on. But I'm not going to take all this crap out. I'm just going to move the camera. And show that I have a ton more unopened figures in that box. I thought I had a lot more computer stuff, and I do, but... Pre-Emperor Palpatine, yeah. Okay. Yes, there's more PC stuff over there. All right, so... Old computer game stuff. Plus, there was that one box that I thought had more PC game in it, or PC stuff in it, but it didn't. So that's part of why I'm wondering where the rest of it is. What? Okay. So again, so this one might actually have a lot of... It's going to have some game stuff. It looks like it's all computer stuff, but it might not be terribly entertaining. So, you know, for this crowd, I'm definitely focusing more on the game stuff. So I'll just set the other stuff aside. Who are the two girls making out? My donation gifs? I used to have a donation gif that Astrid would use that would get Mila Kunis and Natalie Portman from Black Swan. Riylo crotch. have some bleach stains or something there. I don't know. I just don't remember making those GIFs on there, or I just don't remember them being the donation GIF because I'm pretty sure they're not. Bane donated last stream and it wasn't that; it was something else. But I think I might have done it for Astrid for certain like higher values or something. It might have been that. So what do we got? We got StarCraft. Was it from this? It might have been from the battle chest. But I also might have bought that kind of recently. This is version 1.05. No, this is original release type stuff. Copyright 98. Windows 2098 95 XP MENT. XP is a lot newer than 98. But I guess the game itself wasn't, so they kept that copyright on there. And then here's another StarCraft. Yeah, it's bleach stains. I mean, the other stuff doesn't leave a white mark. And that's what the inside of the pants are for. You could choose which one is straight. Ooh, if you're a pro member or something like that, yeah. I don't think I've ever used that myself. StarCraft 2. And some of these might belong to Exus. At least one of those StarCraft ones probably is. Oh boy. Oh me, oh my. Shay Vizsla back when she was all hot and shit. Hey. Where's that disc at? Where'd that disc go? We had that disc. We were looking for, we had disc 1 of laying around here. But anyway. Counter-Strike Condition 0 when that came out. You ever play Warhammer 40K? No. Well, I remember getting this when I got a new computer, and it was actually pretty... It was actually pretty fun. I wouldn't mind putting this thing back in and playing it. Yeah, but the Battle for Middle-earth, it had a sequel, and I think it was pretty much as good. This probably belonged to my ex, but here it is. Bicycle 21. Casino game thing. The casino games that I used to play a long time ago back on the computer were Hoyle games. Does anybody remember Hoyle? Every time I see those, I get excited. I keep thinking there's Knights of the Old Republic. And it was disc 3 you found in a regular jewel case. Yeah, I don't even think it was in a case. What the hell? I was looking for one of these. So apparently SimCity 4 on Steam is a broken mess right now. I have this. I don't remember getting it, but I have it. Includes SimCity 4 and SimCity 4 Rush Hour. This is copyright 2005. That is a thick instruction booklet. Guys, remember instruction books? What? What? Why do I have a Half-Life 2 Episode 1 sealed PC game? Why do I have this? Why did I not play this? That said, it's possible I never finished Half-Life 2. It's possible. It was a busy time when that came out. Speaking of the Game of the Year edition, package also includes Counter-Strike Source, Half-Life 2 Deathmatch, and Half-Life Source. Holy crap. So yes, there was a Battle for Middle-earth 2. Here's proof. Still sealed. So I guess I don't have to buy it. Look at that. Old EA security tape. Sims 2. Happy holiday stuff. Again, it's not like I haven't touched The Sims. I remember playing Sims 4 on stream, but it was Exodus. I never bought Sims for myself. Yep. Sims Life Stories. I definitely... Not my bag. So this is remember when I was talking about Dungeon Siege being, a nostalgic favorite Diablo-esque type game? This was the expansion, Legends of Arana. Because again, I just wanted to continue to use my character and get them to max level and get all those awesome skills that were only talked about in the books, but that I couldn't find or I couldn't level to. Let's just computer software. So here's Dark Reign 2, but everything that I remember reading about it was that it just wasn't nearly as good. This is also an unopened copy. I don't remember what it was about this. Dungeon Siege 2 was another one of those series where it apparently wasn't as good. But one of the things that I had read about it that I knew I wouldn't like was that they had a limit on the number of characters or something that you could have in the party, and that you no longer had a donkey. And for me, the donkey was one of the best things about Diablo or Dungeon Siege 1 because of the number of things I used to keep with me. I would grab all this gear, sell it, buy the good stuff, because there was expensive stuff in that game. So I used to actually just buy several donkeys. They took up a party member slot, but when I went through that playthrough where I was just on my own, I just put donkeys in those other slots. All right, Baker. Thank you, Baker, and thank you again for subscribing. Software, mouse box. A lot of this crap's gonna get recycled. You guys remember that old music question you guys asked? Bunch of old discs. Bunch of old cables. There's an old mouse. This is office supply stuff. Look at you later. Another old mouse. What feels like an empty CD case. Oh, okay. So I had taken music out of here. Whoa! There's an old memory stick. Corsair Platinum. 256 megabytes of memory at 400 megahertz, guys. That was an upgrade that I made one long time ago. One day. One old day. So here are the discs for a lot of the games that I have in here. So there's Half-Life Opposing Force, Team Fortress Classic, Half-Life Counter-Strike, Half-Life Blue Shift, Counter-Strike Edition 0, Command & Conquer Tiberian Sun, MechWarrior 2 Titanium Edition. So that was the game that manual went to. Here is Fallout 2. Here's that Power Monger Populous 2 that we had that guide for. In addition, we have possibly my favorite computer game of all time, Conquest of the New World from Interplay. The guys that came up with the guys that made the Fallout games, the first two. So, copyright 1996. This game is so old. Wow, I have instructions in here written by someone with better handwriting. Go to Start, click on MS-DOS prompt, type D and the Enter key, press Escape to go through the screens. So this game is so old that this game ran in DOS. I love this game. I do believe that Good Old Games has a working version that will play on like sort of an emulator that plays on Windows, but this was a game I put a lot of time into. Yay! And there's the mist case. Oh, so much fun. But sorry about that. I have found a lot more stuff to put into that box. It's probably going to get more stuff in it, but thank you guys a ton for hanging out with me. Thank you to Snavs and Bane, or Snavs and Baker, for the bits. Thank you to, was it Bane, Baker, and TOS for the subscriptions. Thank you guys all for hanging out with me while I basically did kind of a house chore by going through all this stuff so I can repack it and be more concise. This was fun. Glad I got to show you guys this kind of stuff that I was into. Not too much of this stuff is from early childhood, but the dinosaur books, the Jordan clippings, that sort of stuff, that was from earlier childhood. But yeah, a lot of the rest of the stuff came high school time frame. So anyway, thank you guys a bunch. Kang and Vapin, Tex, thank you guys so much for the raids as well. And thank you guys for, let's see, we had a couple follows. Mystic came in from Snavs, Taz, yeah. Thank you guys. Thank you guys a bunch. So, why don't we... Oh, he's playing The Walking Dead. Can I right click? No, I can't. So we're going to try this. So going to see you guys later. We're going to go and host. He usually plays Overwatch, but we'll go host Once Upon a Time Tech. And thank you guys, and I'll see you guys again next week.